Sure. Hi everyone.
Hello, this is Eric from Seeed Studio. Welcome back to our live stream this time.
I'm Christina and I'm the bazaar shopkeeper. And as you can see, last month we stopped our live stream.
We skipped our last session because we found out we should wrap it again and to rethink how we are going to do the live streamings.
Yes.
So after 1 month, like summarize and reviewing, so, we'll come back to our live stream this time because we are going to do it every week. So it's going to be lighter and more focused. I think for last 3 sessions we're talking too much about everything from the large language model, tiny machine learnings, and all kinds of hardware. We try to give you everything, but most of the time it's becoming too complicated.
And like a little bit overwhelming. It's like we want to express too much information to you guys and it will be too much for you guys. And also the timing is not so good because in some area it's like a midnight or something. So we decide to make it weekly and shorter and easier. So it's easy for you to just chill and on bed for 30 minutes to watch our video.
Yeah, and I think our expectation for this live streaming has been changed a little bit as well. Why we do the live streaming is we want to create a much easier and a convenient interface to talk with you guys. So we don't care how many people are there, but if you show up, welcome to tell us know what your feedback, your suggestions, and we're going to show you the latest happenings. So it's still coming into 2 parts. First, we're going to demonstrate all the new parts, like components we are going to build for you. And secondly is we want to share the gadgets from the community and from ourselves. So feel free to let us know what you want to see and what kind of gadgets you have built and you want the open source community to know that and to get more attractions.
Yes, and we also collected your guys' ideas about our microphone. We upgraded. So I hope you guys can hear us clearly and loud this time.
Yep.
Yes.
Sure. And one important aspect you might figure out is we even changed the title. We call it the Making the Next Gadget. Because we're thinking why you guys come to Seeed Studio. Why are we building all the open source tools, hardwares for you guys? Is because we want to build something futuristic. We want to make something different, but with the new tech, it can resolve the old problems differently. So we will keep the title for quite a long time, Making Next Gadget.
Okay.
So what are we going to talk about today is about Matter.
And also about Xiao series. I think most of seeders are familiar with Xiao.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even like last time we were talking about tiny machine learning and large language model, all the comments is about Xiao. Okay, we got it. So let's talk about Xiao more. And even though we talk a lot about AI, we cross a hardware partner, but we focus on Matter this time. Because we think AI itself is yet another component. You have to use AI with this other things to really integrate with the existing system, like your smart home, your smart spaces, your smart farm. So Matter is bringing a lot of differences onto the table. Do you know Matter?
Not really. I know the English word matter, but I don't know the application or...
Yeah, so which means until now it's still a bit geeky or technical term.
Yeah.
Matter is an interface. It's a protocol between different suppliers. Before, like if you use Apple Home, you have to use it with other HomeKit compatible devices.
Yeah.
If you use Android, if you use Alexa, they own has their independent ecosystem. So in the end, people figure out we should be interoperability. Our ecosystem should be able to talking with you guys. That's why where the Matter emerged for a few years now. It's taking shape. It's becoming more available.
Okay, so you're saying that this application can actually like integrate with all different brands of HomeKit.
Yep.
Okay, so sounds like a home system, little.
Yeah, home system has been the rock part to talk to all kinds of suppliers, no
Okay.
matter which ecosystem they are in. So Home Assistant is doing it in a very liberated way, and that's why we like Home Assistant.
Okay.
But after the Matter, I think for consumers like you, it's going to be very easy to build your smart homes because you don't worry what kind of system I'm going to like choose, what kind of device would it be compatible with the setup I have. After Matter, if you see Matter, they should be talking with each other.
Okay, I see.
But I think that's not the reason why we talk about Matter. The Matter is very important to the makers. Is from now, if you build your independent device, you make a prototype on Matter, you can actually give it to someone or to sell it to someone who is more like a consumer, but use it with their Ample systems. So it's creating a very great portal for independent makers to build their own gadgets. No matter it's a small quantity, no matter it's very stylish, no matter it's how limited versions, you can still demonstrate it and people can use it in live manners. If we want to see what's here these days, you can see all the plugs, all the ML light waves, temperature sensors. They are looking great. Buttons. But I'm not far from satisfied about this because they are boring looking. They are white most of the time. They are okay-ish, of course. They are cheap enough, everybody can buy. But because for previous smart home systems, you have to certify on different standards or licenses. You have to have enough quantity to be able to do that, which the suppliers, the factories have to make it boring to fit into most of the people's requirements. But what we are trying to do is because we know how makers can create things very differently. They have a lot of imaginations, they have a lot of creations. And with AI, you can, for example, a controller, you can do it in a totally different manner. You can have all the AI agent to be able to understand your scenarios and to control all the smart home or smart space appliances. So I think it's high time for us to enable more people to be able to do this. And we started by this watcher.
It's not launched yet. No?
It's not launched yet, but we talked in, I think, 2 live stream before.
Yes, true. When we are talking about the large language model. That.
Okay, it's not pouring out. Okay, but you will see this. This is the latest watcher. We are going to release maybe 200 pieces batch for developers, and it's going to have a limited version of transparent enclosures. Yeah. So.
Also, then how we combine those the Matter with our own products?
Yeah, because Matter is now supporting several devices. Especially for Xiao, you can use with S3, with Xiao C3. These are quite pervasive these days. You can just use all the Matter tools or the Espressif toolsets to program them. Either you use IDF or you use zero code, or you can just lazily download a firmware and to add it to your Apple devices. It's going to be very easy if you know how to program. But what's missing is that we need more connectivities. You need to be talking with Zigbee. You need to be talking with Thread. Besides the C3, now people are expecting C6. That's why it's becoming a very popular hype these days. So I think people have seen this C6 picture. It's already on sale. Yeah.
Yes, show the picture.
And one key feature for C6 is it's Matter native. We designed it around Matter, and now we are preparing different like peripherals for you to make more Matter-compatible gadgets.
I see a few comments in our chat, so we can trying to understand what they're saying. Okay. Not a huge fan of Zap. What is Zap tool? Okay.
Which one?
This one.
Zap tool.
I
know what's Zap tool. Maybe Mungdu can help comment on that part.
Yes, please. And also, I see somebody says, and it says Seeed Studio dealer in India. I think we have a distributor maybe in India.
Robo, of course.
Okay.
You go to Robo, you go ask them why are you not storing C6 for now, and we'll prioritize the shipping. Robo is our biggest distributor in India.
Okay. Oh, I see. Also, if you want to explore our distributor, you can go down on our website. It has like a distributor, and you can see all of our distributors. And you can purchase from them.
And Frank, can you switch to my screen? So we already prepared a few demos and guides for you to use Matter quickly with Xiao ESP32C Series. The easiest way is to use ESP Launchpad. You just choose applications you want. It's a light or it's a switch. Then you move on to get if you have C3 or S3 on your table, it's already working. Then get some peripherals. Now we have the depth board for groove and some RGB LED rings. Of course, we'll have a lot of more, and we will prepare the firmware for you so you can just download and add the Matter device to your phone. I don't want to waste your time here, but you can see the full link and the full video. And to accompany this, it might be too simple for makers in front of our camera, because this is totally no code. And you don't need to register any like a factory license or permits. You can just scan the Matter 2D barcode through your HomeKit applications, and it should be up and running. And they also offered the full debug system here. Okay, it's too straightforward. You can't get it wrong. And this is where you see the pages. And if you want to go a little bit more, you can go to their code. They have all the deeper configurations, even you don't know how to program.
Okay, I see in comments they said, why is the ESP32 cam it's slow while running object detection?
Because object detection is consuming quite of the capabilities of the microcontroller. I don't know which applications you are using, what kind of model that will matter on the speed. But relatively, S3 is quite compatible in running machine learnings on the device. But if you compare it with Raspberry Pi or JSON, sure, it's much more slower. And for microcontroller level, if you feel you need a more dedicated mission for recognitions, you can consider add one extra device. It's called Groove Vision AI. It has HiMax, the latest M55 architecture for machine learning, especially for video.
And also, I see people asking, is Matter BLE or is it B? We should also need a Matter border router. Do we need a router? Okay.
It's much better if you have a router like we use HomePod now in our office. And but for the C6, we are developing on a firmware. You can use the C6 as a router because they support Zigbee, Thread, and also Wi-Fi and BLE. So it can be the translator between different protocols.
Okay.
Stay tuned. We will have that. You can just download C6, put it into a box, and it's going to be the border. Oh, I forgot to mention, C6 is actually very strong in its RF connectivity. Without antenna.
Can you show the picture?
Yeah. Even without antenna, it can run like 40 meters straight of night. And if you equip with antenna, you can have 80 meters line of sight. So it's pretty good coverage. And you can if you just use it short term or wearables, you can just use it without the external antenna. The onboard one is quite okay, and it supports these 4 protocols altogether. I should bring a comparison before. If we make like IoT devices with multiple protocols, it's going to be a headache. It's going to be a bulky device because each protocol will have its own chipsets. Then you have several different antennas spinning out. It's like a Wi-Fi router.
Okay.
But now with this guy, you can easily embed it into many things. You don't feel it's a smart home or a smart space, but everything is connected and smart.
Okay, sounds cool. And also we have a deal that you can buy rent like any type or version of Xiao, and then you can have 10% off if you reach to 3 items and free shipping globally. So it's a really good deal. I think most of people want to compare with different Xiaos and see which one works best for their project. So this is a really good deal for you if you want to try different versions, and it's free shipping, you know.
Yeah, and each Xiao has its own characteristics. So just stock it, you will use it eventually.
Okay.
And we are going to put more efforts into existing products by building more firmwares, guidelines. So we will still keep building new stuff like Watcher, but we will allocate enough resources on the old ones. And the people coming back to us all the time, asking for more pins for Xiao, asking for LoRa extension board for Xiao, or other things. So I think it's time for us to answer to that. And one constraint is that we don't have enough extensions for the board. Xiao is okay if you solder it on top of a PCB board. On the PCB board, you have other peripherals, but the pin is most of the time is not enough. If you want to make a keyboard, you only have like half of the keyboard, or you use 2 Xiao and interconnect them together. That's a bit like tiring. So we are already working with the community to think of all the ideas of getting more pins out of Xiao. So can you put up the page for the proposals? The new Xiao expansion pins. So one of quite an interesting idea from our engineer is on bottom of the Xiao, you can have some extra space for the pins. You can have some extra space. What you need to do is, if we dig a hole in the middle of the bottom board, you can actually solder extra pins on that. Okay, is that up? Oh, good. So if we please switch to this pad. Okay. So you may see we have been doing experiments on this board already with all kinds of different pinches, from the easiest one to solder, these 8-pin ones. And if you have a new Xiao like this size, you put it underneath and solder the 8-pin together. You can have 8 extra pins besides the 14 ones. And we also challenging people by having like the 16 pins internally. If your soldering is good enough, you can do that as well. You want to try?
Me?
Okay, I'll do it this time.
But last time I burned the board by soldering those pins.
No problem, I'll try it this time. This is a challenge they gave me. I used to be soldering something, but it's been a while. So the test is for not everyday hardware engineers be able to assemble Xiao with the external boards with this pin. So I suggested the way. Oh, besides, you can also use these like pin headers with a different pitch. It's 2.54 or it's 2 millimeters. You can directly solder them onto the directly solder them onto the pads if you need. So you can have extra pins whenever you are standing alone, or if you want to solder them together. Let's start with the simple one. It's pretty straightforward. You just slap them together and use some pins to lock them down, like this way. Okay, and then it will be aligned very well here. And then
You needed my help?
it's okay. It's a different pin I'm using today.
Okay.
No, I'm just doing. I will just use it reversely. It's my first time live streaming the soldering. Give me some time. Because the pin is just to make sure they stand to each other. You should make one pin is connected, then the rest. And if you have the form of them set up, soldered, the rest should be pretty straightforward. So it's not the perfect solder pads, but it should be hot and working. So by doing this, you have 8 extra pins. Remove the fixer and solder the other pins together, and it will work. But for the 8 pins, it's pretty challenging. So I think I would like to use the opportunity to hear your thoughts. Would you go for the more pins, but more difficult soldering, or you want to? It's okay to stick to the 8 pins. Just comment us. We will have a link. It's on the GitHub. 你切到我的屏幕。So you can see this GitHub link, and please send the link to the live chat window. So from now we are opening up our roadmap of Xiao. You are going to decide. We need your vote to decide what we are going to build next, and you can also feel free to give us new discussions, suggest what kind of extension board, what kind of software we should be building. And we already listed a few of the ideas here, and you can, if you have a GitHub account, sure, and you can just upvote that. And we'll, according to the discussions, when we will put them into the development and to share all the progress on the way. And you can see we already put up the expansion pin ideas here, and some people already gave us some explanations. Oh, Mengdu is initiating the discussion. So feel free to vote and also to suggest more boards. So my desire is, how about we have a fleet of Xiao peripherals? We will start with things around matters, like the relays that you can control some switches, or some sensors like ML wave. We already have that, but different version of chipsets is coming out. Then we have extension boards with more pins, maybe more LED friendly. And then we can think of how do we measure the power usages by having some current sensors embedded with the Xiao system. Okay. So these are the ingredients. After these ingredients, people can just put them together easily, or even to connect with the Groove systems. We hope people can build more gadgets, and we are going to have a new program on co-create on that part. We will share with you later in the future live stream session. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to skip the Yolo-world this time.
Okay. And I see in comments says, are you going to see custom train tool in SenseCraft AI like Edge Impulse?
Yeah. Actually, we're going to show it in the next live stream sessions focusing on AI. I think like, I didn't mention last time, but we are looking at the Yolo-world, which is a very interesting framework, and you can just use your computer or any like a server to tell if in this picture what kind of things are in it. It's combined. It's like a mini natural version of Lava. You can type the prompts and later the Yolo-world to understand what kind of things, objects inside the frame. Then the next step is we choose the specified objects and generate the tiny machine learning models onto the microcontroller device. And we will prepare a transfer learning tool for you to optimize after you set up. So I think that's the farthest I can say. We will show you more next session. It's very exciting tools.
I'm excited to see if you could combine the H4 motor driver at Suvo and Xiao C3.
So combining Xiao C3 with the H bridge, so you can control more motors. Of course, why not? Would you please comment in the GitHub or just initiate a new discussions for that?
Okay. Also, are you going to use any of the MCUs with the camera? I think
we have S3 with camera native, but with other boards we will evaluate and see what kind of cameras. But if you use Groove Vision AI with all the Xiao, it's easy because all the ISPs or the CMOS or processing is happening on that board. It's making the Xiao can focusing on the data transmissions or processings instead of focusing all the computation power on processing the image.
Okay, nice.
Okay, and of course you can have multiple Xiao working together. I think if you could also mention that in the GitHub link, telling us, okay, I want to build this kind of gadget, I need more guidances, we will also come up with more templates. Okay, like today we showed the Matter device with Xiao, Matter light with Xiao. Then if you have a specific device, why don't we just build some the electronics and firmware ready? So I believe a lot of designers using Xiao can then just change the enclosures, have a very artsy, very differentiating design. That's already a very good innovations.
It says I need an MCU board with one of RS485 and Wi-Fi. Which products is suitable for him?
RS485 microcontrollers. I would suggest you look at SenseCap controller.
SenseCap controller. Okay.
It's also, or you search sensor builder. It's a bulky box with a Xiao and a converter board. Or maybe we can just take that out, that adapter board, so you can just use it with Xiao. Okay, I think we will continue on that part later.
Okay.
But feel free to leave out all the suggestions on the open roadmap and to vote those you also want to need.
Where can we get a battery for C3?
Yes, that's it. Because we didn't have the channel to hear these suggestions. Now we have it. We will very seriously evaluate that and to combine that with our roadmap. Okay? We'll allocate enough resources to speed it.
Okay. So we mentioned the new tool we are using. You want to show the SenseCraft interface to the audience?
No, we will keep it next time. SenseCraft AI will be next time.
Okay, no problem. And also I see, I think C6 are quite new and a lot of people just got it recently because it's on the back order status for a long time and then they just got it. But we already see a lot of projects on YouTube or Twitters. So it's really welcoming in our community. So we also have some Seeed engineers application, like I think upstairs recently they are crazy, they drive biking a lot and they come out with an idea to make like a brake light.
Yep.
You want to show the audience about the brake light? It is with the ESP32.
I think it's C3 here.
C3, okay.
Or it's Nordic. So I used to be a biker like them until I get a arrow in my knees. So this is, I borrowed them from their bike, the saddles. It's a very simple task. But you can see the full video here, and it's a lot of, comments in the feed. There are so many things we can do on the bike. You can use it for individually, like a very simple lights, because most of the lights are boring these days on biking. Yeah, and also with the mesh statics, with all like AI, you can. There are a lot of things that I want to build, like for my helmets, for my sandals. Also, I want to talk to my team, so I know where the team is going if I'm training too much, and what's the weather forecast is happening. There's so many things we can do on the biking or all sorts of sports.
So they kind of like, you want to see the details, like they have a battery here.
Maybe you can
switch this camera, maybe. Frank.
So if you want to see the details here, where you can buy the Xiao battery, it's actually quite a standard battery. It's not so small, and we remove the protection layer here, and it can have Xiao. It's just glued together with some soldering. It's pretty straightforward because Xiao itself is already very much integrated, and the software is very simple. And we will share the demos on Hackster. Okay.
And also we have a video to show you like.
Okay, go ahead.
Frank. The video is not working? Okay. It's okay. You guys can see the link.
We just sent out the link.
Yeah. It's quite cool. It's really cool. Like, it's easy to do, and an engineer just like take 5 minutes to do that.
Sometimes if we brainstorm by the engineers while we should be building, it's going to be very technical, strong, but it's boring. It's not like this way. So we have group of bikers first. They think of, okay, I need that. They build it. Surprisingly, people like it more. So we should have more contents like this. Feel free to let us know your desires. Okay, I want to build some device. It's like Doraemon. I'm going to have something to resolve your problems. Yeah, maybe we're going to have this, a lot of these. Okay, you make a wish this live streaming, and for the next one or 2 weeks later, we're going to give you something to resolve the problem. Or it can come from our community. So last month, we have a lot of AI hardware topics, and we have a lot of interesting happenings. There's a user from Nick Shingo. You look at all the Rabbit or the AI hardware, is giving a lot of over promises, and it's too well priced. So he think, okay, in a 24 hours hackathon, can I make something different, just with all the open source hardware I have, but to replace the similar functionalities? So this kind of things happened, and then he showed up in the social media, and people like it. Then he listed the contents on Kickstarter. Please send the Kickstarter content into the group. And we are so proud because inside is a Xiao NRF52840, and it's with a battery very similar to the bike lights, and you put it into a legless, then connect to the large language models on the cloud through your mobile phones.
So I actually checked the website, the Kickstarter website of their design. Like, it says you can record anytime you want, and then you will upload to the cloud, so you can transform to from voice to text all the time. So it can be, but This one is like a wearable. You can wear like a necklace, or it's a tiny one.
Yeah, it's like silver recorder. I'm not sure if you do this, but sometimes I take notes when I'm busy, so I will just use the recorder of the phone to do that. But after that, you have to listen to yourselves and try to transcribe some of the ideas back down. But with this little gadget, you wear it all the time. It's not a part all the time, but you can press a button, start recording, recording my voice or your voice. So it can be transcribed later as a meeting minutes.
I see recently on the market they have some translator pen, you know, like you can just speak to it and then it will translate for you. But that one is really expensive, like a few $100. But this one, Xiao, is only $5, $10, and you can just print like a 3D, use a 3D printer to have a case or battery. So it's quite like cost effective. It's really cheap and it's absolute cloud. So it's cheaper than the local mini.
Of course.
Yes.
I think the power of this is for ourselves, the makers. We can build something before it's like all the hypes like to educate what's possible.
Alternative, like a replacement that have a cheap solution. Yeah. It is good, and also.
But I think most importantly is a lot of problems are not resolved well because someone in another planet or another country or another place, they should guess what you want and build someone for the majority of the people and try to mass sell that. That's wrong. But for as a makers, we can look at a small problem, resolve that problem, and share it with other people with similar interests. I think AI is a good time that we can rebuild everything. Like with Matter we were talking about. For your smart home, smart spaces, you can build something totally different. Yes. And totally tailored to your needs.
That's true. That's true.
So, and Nick didn't stop there. They have the paying to become your like live logger. Then they have the OpenGlass.
Yeah, I saw that the video.
And we are proud again and again is it's using Xiao ESP32C6. So it has camera, has AI inside, so it's keep recording on things.
And also, it's also up to the cloud. Like you can use ChatGPT or anything, and then you will take pictures anytime if you want. And
it's the same thing for the voice logger. If you use the video loggers, a pain is creating a lot of footage, and you have to spend a lot of time to look at the footage and to find, oh, did I miss my key somewhere, or what did I eat for lunch and how much calorie is that? You have to go back and to find out. But with ChatGPT, of course, with enough like tokens to process, you can ask, okay, did you see where is my key, or did you know that how much calorie did I take for lunch?
Yeah, that's true, because there's a lot of products on the market, and that's really like it's really well designed, beautiful, and then what's really expensive. But I kind of admire that makers can do something by themselves. Like they see it like a good idea, so they can copy it with a cheaper chips or anything, and you can do it actually by yourself. But as like normal people that we don't know how to do it, so that's quite impressive. Like to make your own stuff. Yeah.
So I think it's always like this. For example, you have Windows in the beginning, then we have Linux. Yes. Everybody is working together to provide more open, more affordable, more transparent device.
Yes.
Especially with AI, you have all the privacies, all the worries of these ethic parts. So what if you can build one from scratch? So we're going to be very supportive to all these kind of projects. And I feel it's going to be more like a Robin Hood-like device makings. We used to have that many years ago, like between 2013 and 15. There are a lot of smart hardware. If you're building everything with IoT, now it's time to build everything with AI. But we should be making their life easier and make them more pervasive into more gadgets. Okay, there's one more noteworthy project. It's called Pokeman. How to pronounce?
I think.
Pokédex.
Yeah, I think Pokédex.
Okay, so if you play Pokeman, this is like a in real life device for you to understand. For a device to create digital twins of your Pokeman toy into the digital world. It's also using S3 as vision recognitions. So this might be an interesting project to start with, but it could be potential to look at all the computer games or the AR, MR. Now you can use mini device gadgets to interact with real world. Not only your phone to work with that, but you can enable more machines that can be interactive and digital native. Okay. I could speak more if I'm a big Pokemon fan.
Yeah, true,
but I'm more on Cyberpunk
But
these
you can
days.
use for another animation, you know, like recently there's like popular one like the Jujutsu, you know that one?
Jujutsu?
Yes,
What's Jujutsu?
like 咒术回战 in Chinese.
I don't watch that.
Okay, those are really popular recently, but yeah, you can use this kind of project into any animation you love. You can just actually they have tool rental to how to build this little tiny machine, and you can do it yourself.
I think I can know this better if you build the office into that kind of setup, make every piece of the interactions with that context.
Yeah, true.
Okay, we'll do that in our office with more votes, but let's see what questions we have today. And feel free to ask us anything.
It says, will Seeed providing more enclosure option for Xiao series?
Yes.
Ah, yeah, they are asking those, yeah.
So this is Xiao Watcher, and the enclosure, everything will be open source. You can feel free to modify for your own version, and also let us know what kind of device you want to build. Like next live session, we are going to talk about Recomputer R1000. It's going to be a edge computing device, and or simply you look at everything Seeed has been building with an enclosure. You can ask us if you can use the enclosure for reference design. And if you go to the Fusion page, we have a Fusion page co-create, and you can find we already offer all kinds of customizations on enclosures, 3D printing, CNC. What kind of whatever processes we have, we are going to provide them as a capability that you can use.
Yes, and also I missed one comment. Says, when will ESP32C6 will be supported on platform IO IDE?
I don't have the answer. Maybe Mondo can help to comment on that part.
Okay, if Mondo is watching.
Yeah, Mondo is watching.
Okay.
All the time. Mondo is always ready to help. Okay.
Web page. Oh, it says web page distributors don't work.
Oh, thanks for suggestion. Let's check it.
We will check it. The IT guy will check it later. Okay.
But if you're looking for the distributor in India, just check out robu, robu.in. Okay. So do you have more questions? Or
any chance of upgrading Xiao BLE from 5.0 to the latest?
Okay. I can answer now, but I will check it.
Okay.
Do you have more giveaways or questionnaires?
Yeah, we will have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do the questionnaire and lottery first, and
okay.
And also please feel to ask more questions, and we will answer again after the lottery.
Okay. So okay. The questions is quite weird, and I don't know how to answer them myself. So I will say the keywords is Xiao ESP32C6, and you can leave this in comments, and then we will choose we will do a lucky draw later. Any distributor in Brazil? Yeah, I think so. Just now I checked the distributor page. It's actually working. Maybe it's your connection or anything like network connection. And for zero, let me check. Yes, we have one. It's called Maker Hero.
Yeah, I think what we need to do, that has been the idea has been a while, is through your IP we will suggest where you can buy locally instead of shipping from our warehouses.
And now we have the free shipping deal. Why don't you just buy from us, like 3 pieces and 10% off and free shipping? And do you have line tracking cam?
Line tracking cam. Well, I think what you're asking maybe is for a group Vision AI, should we have a line tracking algorithm? Yeah, we don't have it yet, but if we can answer now, please leave in the GitHub. If we see enough vote, we'll definitely do that.
Okay, I see.
That's great. We already hear a lot more feedback and questions.
Yeah, that's true. I don't see anybody post the keywords ESP32C6. Yeah, we will do the lucky draw to have a free one. And also, if you have not only the C6 also, but our other versions of Xiao, if you have any questions or feedbacks, you can leave in comments, and our engineers or even the CEO can help you to solve it.
Yeah, we'll be standing by, and even after the live stream, we'll be answering to the questions, especially on the GitHub. So we are here to listening to you, and we want to bring more. Maybe a few weeks later, it's not going to be me. It's going to be the product manager. It's going to be the application engineers. They know much better about the product details. So I hope this can shorten the distance for conversations.
And also, I see somebody asking if there's a C7. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Oh, only few people are sending ESP32C6.
Yeah, no problem. That's easier. We just...
Frank.
So I think one gadget I would vote for is like a lottery device in here.
So Larry, you are the winner of the free Xiao, and please contact us in our description of the email address, and then we will send you the coupon later.
Cool. I think that's a wrap for today.
Yes, that's
And next week, same time, same place, and we are going to talk about more edge devices, especially with the new computer. R1000 is going to be perfect for smart buildings, and it has interconnections with Matter as well. And we are going to be talking about LoRa as well. With smart buildings, people use a lot of LoRa sensors because it ignores a lot of the walls and the floors. Okay, thank you for joining live stream today.
Yes.
And looking forward to see you next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.